There were two villages separated by a wide flowing river. On one side was Solara, the sun village. Here, the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter. The fields were full of golden wheat, and the people worked from sunrise to sunset. They were strong and hard-working. They woke up with the birds and went to bed when the sky turned dark. Their hands were rough from working the land, but their laughter was loud and filled the air. They believed that hard work was the key to a happy life. Their village was a picture of energy and bright colors, a place where the sun blessed every corner and every soul. On the other side of the river was Lunara, the moon village. This village was quiet and peaceful. The moon and stars seemed to shine with a special light here. The people of Lunara were artists and dreamers. They created beautiful music, wrote wonderful poems, and painted pictures that looked like real life. They found joy in the quiet moments, in the soft light of the moon, and in the stories they told each other. Their village was a place of soft colors and gentle sounds. They believed that creativity and peace were the way to find true happiness. They felt that life was not just about work, but about feeling and dreaming. But the people of the two villages did not know each other well. The river was like a wall between them. The people of Solara thought the people of Lunara were lazy. "They just sit and dream all day," they would say. "That is no way to live, you must put your back into it." On the other hand, the people of Lunara thought the people of Solara were boring. "They only know how to work," they whispered. "They do not know how to enjoy the beauty of the world. They are like busy ants, always moving, never stopping to see the sky." This way of thinking kept them apart for a very long time. So, the two villages lived side by side, but they were worlds apart. They each believed their way of life was the best. They compared themselves to their neighbors across the river and always found something to criticize. This comparison was like a shadow. It stopped them from seeing the good in each other. They did not understand that a person can be strong and also a dreamer. They did not see that the sun and the moon both have their own beauty. The river flowed between them, a silent witness to their misunderstanding, waiting for the day when they would finally learn to look closer. In the quiet moon village of Lunara lived a young woman named Alara. She was a gifted painter. Her heart was full of colors and stories. She painted the soft moonlight on the river and the silent dance of the fireflies at night. But Alara had a secret dream. She looked across the river to the sun village and felt a pull in her heart. She saw the golden fields and the strong, happy people. She wished she could be like them. "I wish I could be strong and useful," she often thought to herself. "My paintings are beautiful, but they cannot feed a hungry person. I want to feel the sun on my face and work until I am tired, but proud." In the bright sun village of Solara lived a young man named Leo. He was one of the strongest farmers in his village. He could work all day under the hot sun without getting tired. His hands were skilled at planting seeds and harvesting wheat, but Leo also had a secret wish. At night when the work was done, he would look across the river to the moon village. He saw the soft lights and heard the faint sound of music. He wished his life had more quiet and beauty. "I am strong," he would think, "but my heart feels empty sometimes. I wish I could create something beautiful, something that is not just for eating. I wish I knew how to put my feelings into a song or a story." Alara often felt that her life was not enough. She would look at her soft hands and wish they were rough and strong like the hands of the Solara women. She believed that real happiness was in doing practical things, in building and growing. "The grass is always greener on the other side," she thought, sighing as she looked at the vibrant fields across the water. She imagined a life where her hard work made a real difference, where she could see the results of her labor in the food on the table. She thought her life of art was a small thing, a luxury that was not as important as the hard work of her neighbors. Leo, too, felt his life was missing something important. He felt a deep longing for peace and reflection. He saw the people of Lunara gathering by the river at night, sharing stories under the stars, and he felt a pang of envy. He believed that their lives were full of meaning and deep connection. He thought his life was just a cycle of work, eat, and sleep. He did not see the beauty in his own strength or the importance of the food he grew. Like Alara, he believed that true happiness was somewhere else, in a life that was different from his own. He was a fish out of water in a world that only valued hard labor.
Perfect.
One autumn, the sky turned a dark, angry gray. The wind began to howl like a hungry wolf. It was not a normal storm. This was the Great Storm, a storm that the elders had only spoken about in hushed whispers. The rain did not fall, it attacked. It came down in heavy sheets, and the river between the two villages began to rise. The water grew angry, swallowing its banks. The people of Solara and Lunara watched from their homes, their hearts filled with fear. The storm did not care if you were a farmer or an artist. It was a powerful force of nature, and it was coming for everyone. The storm raged for 2 days and 2 nights. In Solara, the powerful winds tore through the golden fields. The wheat, which was ready for harvest, was flattened and ruined. The strong roofs of their houses were ripped away and the rain poured in. The people of the Sun Village, who were always so strong, felt helpless. All their hard work from the entire year was washed away in a matter of hours. They had food stored, but their homes were broken, and their spirits were low. The sun, their constant friend, was hidden behind a wall of black clouds. Their world of brightness was now a world of mud and despair. In Lunara, the rising river was the greatest enemy. The water crept into the village, silent and cold. It flooded the lower houses, destroying precious paintings, books, and musical instruments. The beautiful things that the people of the Moon Village had created were soaked and ruined. The peaceful village became a place of chaos and loss. The people of Lunara, who were used to quiet and calm, were faced with a disaster they could not dream their way out of. Their gentle world was turned upside down. The moon, their gentle guide, was nowhere to be seen, lost in the stormy night. When the storm finally passed, a sad silence fell over both villages. The sun came out, but it did not bring joy. It only showed the terrible damage. In Solara, the people looked at their ruined fields and broken homes. In Lunara, they looked at their flooded streets and lost art. Both villages were in trouble. They needed help. But who could help them? They had always believed they were better off alone. They had always looked at each other with judgment. Now, they were both on their knees, facing a challenge that was too big to handle by themselves. The storm had taken their homes and their work, but it had also washed away their pride. In the sad silence after the storm, Leo stood and looked at his ruined village. He knew his people were strong, but they could not rebuild their homes without wood and tools. Then he looked across the river. He saw the people of Lunara standing amidst the floodwaters. An idea came to him. It was a brave idea. He gathered some of the other young farmers. "They have lost so much," he said, pointing across the river, "but their forests on the high ground are safe. They have wood. We have food. We must help each other. We must build a bridge." It was a new thought, a thought born from desperation and a sudden feeling of connection. At the same time, in Lunara, Alara was trying to save what she could from the muddy water. Her heart ached for the lost art, but it ached even more for her hungry people. Their food stores were small and now soaked. Then she looked across the river. She saw the broken roofs of Solara, but she also knew they had deep cellars full of grain and vegetables. "They have lost their homes," she told her fellow artists, "but they have food. We have lost our food, but we have trees to rebuild their houses. We must act as one. Let's send a message of peace." Her dream of being useful was about to come true. So the two villages decided to work together. It was not easy at first. They were shy and did not know what to say, but their need was greater than their pride. The people of Solara loaded their boats with bags of grain, potatoes, and bread. They rowed across the river, their faces serious but determined. When they arrived, the people of Lunara greeted them with tears in their eyes. They shared the food. And, for the first time, they sat and ate together. Actions speak louder than words, and the simple act of sharing a meal broke the ice between them. In return, the people of Lunara went into their forests. They cut down trees and prepared the wood. Then, everyone, farmers and artists, men and women, young and old, worked together. They built a strong, simple wooden bridge across the river. It was more than just a bridge of wood. It was a bridge of hands, a bridge of hearts. As they worked, they talked. Leo learned that Alara's paintings told stories that filled his heart with feelings he never knew he had. Alara learned that Leo's work was a form of art itself, an art that kept everyone alive. They were not so different after all. With the new bridge connecting them, the two villages became one community. The people of Solara, with their great strength, helped rebuild the houses in Lunara. The people of Lunara, with their creativity, helped to bring beauty back to Solara. They painted murals on the new walls and sang songs of hope as they worked. Leo no longer felt that his life was empty. He found joy in listening to Alara's stories and seeing her art. He learned that beauty was as important as bread. It fed the soul. He started to see the art in his own work, the beauty of a perfectly plowed field under the morning sun. Ilara no longer felt that her life was not useful. She saw how her paintings and stories gave strength and hope to people who'd lost everything. She learned that a strong body and a creative spirit were both gifts from the universe. She worked side by side with Leo, her hands becoming stronger, but her heart remaining soft and full of dreams. She realized that being useful was not just about growing food, it was also about growing hope. Don't judge a book by its cover, she thought, as she discovered the deep kindness in the hard-working people of Solara. The villages decided to keep the bridge forever. It was a symbol of their new friendship. They started a new tradition, the Sun and Moon Festival. Every year, they would meet on the bridge to share food, music, stories, and art. They learned that comparing their lives had been a mistake. It had only built walls of misunderstanding and destroyed their happiness. Their differences were not weaknesses, they were strengths. When they put their strengths together, they were stronger than any storm. They were a complete circle, like the sun and the moon sharing the same sky. And so, the people of Solara and Lunara learned the most important lesson. Happiness is not somewhere else. It is not in another person's life or in another village across the river. Happiness is found in gratitude. It is found in appreciating what you have and who you are. It is found in helping others and building a community. Alara and Leo often stood on the bridge, one from the village of the sun, one from the village of the moon. They knew that their true home was not just in Solara or Lunara, but in the heart that learns to love and share. The heart's true home is where there is unity.